Okay, I'd like to talk about my research project, which is about social impacts of convenience store. This is my research background. One day, my friend moved from Tokyo to a rural area said that here it does not have anything, even convenience store. And I was like, okay, my university doesn't have neither. And I will think about the if we have convenience store, what will be happens? What does the C store affects around the store socially? So I launched this research question. What is the social impact of convenience store? Before we move on to the comparison of the negative side and positive side of the convenience store, I'd like to share the definition of convenience store first. According to this website, it said small retail business that stocks a range of everyday items such as coffee, groceries, snack foods, blah 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 blah. In short, convenience store is a small shop which sells many things, wide range of the stuff. Let's say the positive things. Number one, keep public safety. So, according to Mr. Kumamoto, in 2007, more than 6,000 women was took a refuge due to the stalkers and the other criminals. Judging from that, it can function as a daily evacuation place. Positive point number two, responsibility in crisis. Some of you might be helped because of these points. Example number one, in 2004, we have the Niigata Chuetsu earthquake in Japan. And the Japan Franchise Association provided 170 rice bowls and the 10,000 bottles of water and also the other basic needs item from the convenience store, because that association is kind of the headquarter, a management association of the Japanese convenience store. Example number two, in 2011, East Japan Great Earthquake. What happens? At the time, many chains such as Family Mart launched the mobile C-store, which can travel on wheel, and which is the like driving a car truck with the convenience store food or waters. I agree with this because I was also a victim of the earthquake, this East Japan Great Earthquake, and so many convenience stores in my area saved our life actually. That's why I'm here. Positive point number three is various service. Various service. Example, any bill can be paid. For example, the tax, the bill for the gas, bill for electricity, bill for the water, and there's something, the ticket for the bus, ticket for the live concert, mostly any bills. In 2011, more than $80 billion was paid in convenience store for the tax and the bills. In detail, or more detail, Family Mart has the service of making appointments someone of vacuuming the home, and 7-Eleven has the drop-off laundry service. Judging from these examples, I think the convenience store have some part of the social infrastructure. Let's see the negative point one. Food waste. In 2011, or in average, about 220,000 tons of the rice balls, sandwich, and lunch, bento, and the other foods are wasted from convenience store. That number is only for convenience store. Although the food self-sufficiency rate in Japan is lower than 40%. It's really ironical points. Negative 0.2, energy wastes. In Japan, 80.6% of nationally chained store is running 24 hours. 24 hours. Although they do not get the sales during nights. Now, several prefectures such as Saitan Prefecture and the Kanagawa Prefecture already began to restrict the operation time for the sake of the environment. So, both negative 0.1, cons 1 and 2 are environmental issues which affect our society from community level to global level. Then let's see the more local level one. Social harm. JFA, Japan Franchise Association, recognized that convenience store actually increase the crime rates around the convenience store, such as stealing, street gang, which is called the Yankee in Japanese, and chucking the garbage around the C-store. And also, actually the residents who live in around the convenience store feel so. According to the survey of Japanese Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, the most worrying issue about convenience store for the citizens around it is that bad effect on the youth. It was 41%. Noise pollution, it was mostly about 30%. And public safe around the convenience store, 26%. The worry for the public safe is kind of the contradiction to the positive thing number one. However, it's a real worrying from the residents around the convenience store. To tackle those problems, I came up with 2 recommendations. 1. Shrinking the shop scale. The problem in the convenience store is that it tries to sell the wide range of the foods. Wide range of the goods, including the foods, and also they're running for the too long times. So I recommend them to make it a smaller shop. In terms of the range of the goods we're treating with that one store, and limiting the dealing goods. For example, one store only selling the onigiri, no sandwich, no any breads, or one store dealing with the only tea, no coffee or something like that. This shrink the business size, and also the shortening operation time, or introducing a flexible operation. For example, the shop A is open until from 6 to 2 p.m. and shop B is open 1 to 9 p.m. and the shop C open from 8 p.m. to the 4 a.m. next day in one area, so that each shops don't have to open for 24 hours. However, it can be functioning as the daily evacuation place, and also that it can supply the goods. Recommendation 2. 24 hours police. In case of they cannot accept the flex time or shorten the operation times, let's ask the local police office to be stationed at or patrol in the C stores around one place. This is the kind of the solving idea for the worrying for the bad effects on the youth and the noise pollution and also public safe, such as the street gangs. This is the reference which I use for this presentation and my research projects. Thank you for listening.